Trump threatens China with 50% tariff if it continues retaliation. Welcome. This is Politico YOLO. In his talks with China, US President Donald Trump told China that it has until today to remove the 34% tariffs it put on US goods last week, or he will put an extra 50% tax on imports from China. The trade war is getting worse, which has sent markets around the world into a downward slide and raised fears that a recession is on the way. Trump gave China his choice at the White House on Monday. We're adding a 50% tariff on top of the ones we already have in place. If that tariff isn't taken off by tomorrow at noon, they've been gone for years. Once more, it was people in the White House who made it possible for them to become wealthy. They would make hundreds of billions of dollars a year from trading with us, which shouldn't happen. Trump finally put his long-promised round of global tariffs into action last week. Some of the rates are as high as 50%. He said they would help the US get back its economic base, which has been lost over decades of free trade. On Monday, officials from the administration said that dozens of countries had tried to stop the taxes before they go into effect on Wednesday, but Trump said he has no plans to stop taxes while talks are going on. Would you be willing to put tariffs on hold so that talks can happen? We're not going to look at that. A huge number of countries are coming to talk about making deals with us. The deals will be fair. Beijing is very angry about Trump's new threat. Wednesday, China's Commerce Ministry said that the US's threats were not only wrong, but also blackmailing. They said that China would never agree to this. Trump said on Monday that his government would start trade talks with Japan, which is one of America's closest Asian friends. For its part, the EU wants to put 25% tariffs on a list of US goods in response to Trump's earlier steel and aluminum duties. Reuters saw a paper that says EU Trade Chief Maros Shevchovich said on Monday that they are ready to talk to the Trump administration about a zero-for-zero deal. Well, the EU is still willing to negotiate and strongly wants that. Our wait will not go on forever. The EU's 27 members are having a hard time with the tariffs that are already in place on metals and cars. It will also have to pay a 20% tax on some other goods on Wednesday. And Trump has said he will put tariffs on EU alcoholic drinks as well. Investors and political leaders are still trying to figure out if Trump's tariffs will last, or if they are just a way to put pressure on other countries to give in. And because of the rising risk of a recession, a lot of investors think that the US Federal Reserve might cut rates as soon as next month. So far, Fed Chair Jerome Powell has said he is not in a hurry. Trump campaigned on a platform of reducing housing costs and increasing inventory levels in 2024, but his policies, particularly tariffs, are likely to drive up the cost of essential building materials, which will discourage the construction of new homes and ultimately raise housing prices for Americans. The two countries are trading tariffs back and forth, which could be very bad for the US housing market, especially when it comes to building new houses. Since December 2020, the price of building supplies has gone up by 34%, which is a lot more than the rate of inflation. Home builders are worried that these tariffs will make things even worse. According to a survey conducted in March, builders anticipate that the cost of constructing a home will increase by $9,200 as a result of recent tariff announcements. Be sure to follow Politico YOLO for your daily news roundup. Please leave your comments down below as we navigate this topic. We will see you on our next video.